my fellow dragons out there. I am the Dragon Lover 95 here with another stream and talking about more projects. And this time around, and judging from the few votes and such, one of the ideas has been chosen. This is going to be that specific topic. So, for those who basically entered and are basically just getting seated here, welcome, welcome, welcome once again. And do pretty much have yourself some snacks, grab something to make sure to have something to drink, and well, carry your favorite item and such as basically just like a plush or something, because this is going to be an interesting one. I know that. Just waiting in on the upcoming watchers and such. So, I hope you all are having a good day. I know I certainly had an interesting one, but that's beside the point. Anywho, I've been doing fine, thank you. Anyways, what I'm going to be talking about is the Sega theme park idea. Hello, and hello. Welcome aboard, people. Welcome aboard. So yeah, the Sega theme park idea. I've been watching a bunch of these sort of dark ride videos, along with say abandoned theme parks and such. And then I looked up. There was basically this Sega theme park. Well, okay, it wasn't really It let's just say it's mostly of Sonic from what I've seen in arcades. That's pretty much it. I guess the only other Sega theme thing in it was basically just the arcades. Well, there's a lot of Sonic merch. Not sure if that's basically fair for others, but I did learn the fact that Knights basically had an appearance in Disney somewhere. I think it was just the arcade approach. I mean, I think it was just like the Saturn approach, but I did learn about that. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to start you. Allergies. But yeah, this idea I actually brought up with a few others, and they actually were very interested in the idea. Basically, the idea of there actually being a Sega theme park. I mean, Nintendo's got Nintendo Land and such, and I thought it's basically out of the ordinary. So, what we got here? Well, I was thinking mainly the idea would be is about there are different themes to the theme park, where basically, well, Sega's other mascots. It's not just Sonic. You basically also have, say, Knights. You have Jet Set Radio. There's also like a bit of Rice Star. Honestly, I think it'd be interesting if he somehow had his own little place and such. I mean, I don't really know all of the Sega Sega IPs, but I definitely know a good chunk of them. And also, hey Ty, yeah, maybe you can help me with this sort of idea in the comments or something. But then again, I can just invite people to come in if they so wish to, and it's my decision. So these are mainly going to be like, well, themes of the theme park. And there are definitely different rides, different food courts, a lot of stuff. You will have the meet and greet characters. You'll have basically the characters within costumes acting in character and such. And sort of, it's basically going to be like, it's sort of very outgoing version of, shall we say, Disney. Like Disneyland or Disney World possibly. Either way, it's basically kind of like that. It would definitely be something like that. Now, obviously, one of the first and early courses or lanes you can probably go to is basically the Sonic one, where there definitely would be interesting things to go off. Like there'd be like a Sonic coaster where it's styled off of Green Hill and such. I mean, come on, let's be honest here. Green Hill was basically a roller coaster ride, anyways. Followed by I'm pretty sure, you know those walking through haunted houses and such. Well, it's not exactly of spooks. It's more about trying to get away from Dr. Eggman's robots and such. Yeah, that's mainly the ideal of going through. While also collecting rings, and basically those with the most rings would actually end up getting a prize. I mean, it's an ideal. It's an ideal. There's going to be themed treats. So mainly with Sonic, you're going to get yourself a chili dog stand. Or maybe possibly chow themed foods. I'm not even kidding. Oh? I see. Of course, you're going to get the mascots for that portion of the park. Yeah, you're going to meet Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, and even Dr. Eggman. Because those are basically those are the easy characters you can pretty much meet. But the meet and greets are also like that too. Now, as for other themes, well, I feel as though there will be like a walk around and such. That's okay, Cole. Just leave a comment whenever you feel like it. Look, I'm really trying to explain these, so I'm sorry, guys. That and this freaking allergies. Hey. But yeah, Sonic would definitely be the easiest to, well, it'd be the easiest first to start off with. Yeah, I guess that could be it. Now, I guess the other theme would be is there's a Skies of Arcadia pirate ship. You know those like, shall we say, okay, the Skies of Arcadia attraction would definitely be considered to be, it's a combination of a Pirates of the Caribbean mixed with the Peter Pan flight simulator. Because why not? It definitely would be a way to get Skies of Arcadia to pretty much be that. It's also kind of like a dark ride. Yeah, I figured as such. Except this isn't a slow moving this is not just slow. Oh no. It does pick up its own speed. It's kind of a mixture with that and a roller coaster. An indoor roller coaster. That's the best way I can put it. As for, shall we say, I guess you could say Sonic is just basic. It's your basic vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry themed. They're the basic flavors. The basic of flavors. With others, oh, it's definitely going to be interesting. There would definitely be like cafes and such, like with Billy Hatcher. It's basically that. And well, it's got to tie in with a monkey ball golf course. I am not even kidding. A golf course. I mean, come on, theme parks bound to have carts have like golfing, right? Oh, that's cool. Billy Hatcher would definitely have like some egg themes because that makes sense. And okay. Hello and welcome. As for Alex Kidd, definitely a meet and greet. And, well, Space Shuttle 5, I guess you could say that's basically a stage. That's basically kind of a stage set that's basically also a basically sense of performance and such. And, oh, yeah, that would also be that too. Actually, you're not far off because I actually do have something similar to that in a later area I plan to talk about later. Oh, it's gonna be interesting when I get there. Jet Set Radio? Well, let's just say it's basically what you call a punk and gangster's artist paradise. It definitely would have the set. It would definitely have the look and setup of the Tokyo setting right there, and you basically have a sense of graffiti and such. And this is washable, by the way. This is a washable substance, so it's perfectly fine. And the characters are also walkarounds and such. Basically, people in costumes, and they act as the characters. And it's definitely would be interesting because these are acts and such. And also, those who are basically like skilled skaters or something, this also acts like a skating arena. You know, people who have rollerblades and such. So basically, that's basically encouragement. Super Monkey Ball, huh? Well, I mentioned that Monkey Ball would honestly have like a golf course because I don't know why. I just thought that would be kind of interesting. Plus, it's a different type of activity if you want to settle down. Now, some of the music in those areas are going to have, I believe it will be rather fitting if they have their themes from the games. So basically, with Sonic, you're gonna get Sonic theme music, or Jet Set Radio, you're obviously gonna get Jet Set Radio music. Hmm? Oh yeah. That actually is a good idea. Maybe for those who maybe it could be part of the comic section. Yeah, I feel as though that would make sense. Yeah, like you actually get Sally as a special guest character who basically hangs around Sonic, and they basically are promoting these sort of comics or basically giving a sort of background on these specific stories and such. I mean, it seems fitting. Heck, there'll be little play sessions of well, reenact of certain scenes and such of Sad AM. She's like, I don't. I mean, it really depends. It really depends. It could work, but I'm not gonna add too many. Okay, I don't want to add too much, given the fact that Sonic's already a big juggernaut as it is. Now, as for other sessions with Space Shuttle 5, that definitely was considered to be like a stage and dance gathering. You know, you just gotta have fun. Oh, yes. Thank you, Ty. Thank you. Now there are definitely, I know there are definitely other Sega themes that would also have their own attractions or own appearances, or heck, they might actually just make an appearance upon like on a picture or something, even carvings. I definitely know that Golden Axe would definitely have a sort of arcade. Well, okay, it's more like an adventure walkthrough and such. Basically, you have like a weapon and such, and you're going about trying to deal with, well, monsters, which actually act as like statued animatronics, I guess. You know the ones I'm talking about. If you guys probably had gone to like an amusement park or a fair or something, and they have those walkthroughs, and you gotta aim exactly at the right spot, it'll basically have like a signal that goes off saying that you got it, and you basically are rewarded after finding the amounts and such. And they're different journeys each time. Yeah, I figured as though that would make sense. Now, probably the most, ironically enough, a bit more of the other parts of the park, there would actually be. This is basically status after Persona. Basically, it's a Persona theme style with the characters and their own dark ride where you're shooting up shadows. The most with the scores will definitely win different types of masks. And they're different throughout the day. Like you get P3, P4, and P5. Oh, hey Sam, welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad you could make it. I'm just going over the Sega theme park ideas. And keep in mind, people, this was more of Gold's idea. He's the one who gave me some of these ideas. And since Persona basically is part of Sega, that makes sense. The highest score wins Joker's mask. And also, there is like a gift shop and such where you can actually get the types of clothes so you can dress as like the Phantom Thieves. Or any other Persona protagonist. That's just the ideal. I mean, there'd be like figurines and such. There's also cafes, and sometimes characters will actually come in and actually create a little scene and such, interaction with guests and such. Yeah, that's practically the idea I go with. It's all fun and hijinks and such, the shenanigans and all that. If you guys know Persona, then you guys probably know how that would go. I don't really know a lot about certain of the series. I'm only familiar uh with the only three, just bits and such. Now, I think this one will definitely be of also big of it. Oh, yeah. That is basically that would also work too. Hmm. Of course, you cannot forget. Yes, Sekata Satancho. You know what would be funny? Basically selling ramen noodles, because basically that's the same actor who basically was in those commercials. I ain't kidding. I mean, those who want to get some noodles that are basically a Sega themed, so by all means. Probably probably the one I thought the most and would actually be the most fun and very, very creative and such is the night part of the theme park. Well, believe it or not, this is definitely also a very big area. It's very styled after the two worlds. One being Nightopia The midsection would definitely be the dream gate, where it basically has accesses to other parts of this park. And then you have some of the realms of nightmare. There'll be like a walkthrough garden that's basically the My Dream setting. There is basically the Knight's roller coaster. I'm not even kidding. That coaster, if you probably play Journey of Dreams, you know exactly why I'm very unsettled about that. That definitely feel like a log ride. Yeah, I guess you could say Knights had the most when it comes to creativity. Yes, you got others that basically have their styles too. But I guess you could say Knights has the most imaginative when it came to dreamlike. And Knights has its own sense of a dark ride, but it's a bit more kind of like a crazy coaster too. Yeah, this is a different type of coaster. It's mixed in with a dark ride. Now I'm going to explain why this dark ride is actually important. Now, depending on the time of day and such, the track will actually change up. So it depends on which visitor you actually get to be as. Because it's basically going off the illusion that you actually play as the specific child character, mainly from the first game and the second game. And it actually carries over with certain types of nightmares and such. I guess I will explain this. It starts off like the normal greeting and such, where you are greeted by Owl, who is basically there as your tour guide and takes you through bits of Nightopia. However, going through the specific door, your dream vehicle, that's what I'm calling the cart, is suddenly hijacked, and you are encountered by Riella, who informs you that you're going to be facing off your worst nightmares. Can you make it through? So basically, this is more of the darker theme, because these are nightmares, and I feel as though it'd be more fair. A dark ride, I was starting to wonder, why do they call it a dark ride? Does that mean there's something scary that's going to happen? No, it's just riding in the dark with scenes from certain series. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's it. I mean, there are some dark rides that basically could end up being scary, but other than that, this is a true definition. Now, all the way, you are trying to gather your idea, which, don't worry, by scene, it makes sense. And Knights basically will intervene and try to deal with Riella, which are basically being portrayed by actors on, well, wires, given the illusion of flight. That makes sense. And some nightmares, when they do show up, they basically look like they're, well, these are basically like animatronics. Yes, I'm including animatronics, so why not? Basically, one of the big ones being Gilwing. You guys remember that, no, in Universal Studios, there's a Jurassic area, and if you go on the ride, you basically see that the T-Rex comes at the very end. It's basically that, except this is way bigger. I don't know about that. But, anywho, managed to escape. Knights basically congratulates that you managed to make it through, and just glad that you're okay. But you showed those nightmares who was boss. And just as as you exited, you can actually have autographs and actually a meet and greets with the two jesters. Or depending on the time, it could be Knight or it could be Riella. And the funny thing is that, in vice versa, the other will actually try to interrupt that specific other, and it's just overall a sibling antic. Yeah, Knights of Real, they will argue with each other. It's actually just hijinks ensues. Now, Ty, you know how you mentioned about the haunted mansion approach? Well, that's basically where the nightmare comes in. Basically, this looks like a haunted mansion. However, it's a walkthrough. And your guide, I am not kidding here. Yes, exactly, Ree. It is your guide, I'm not even kidding here, will be Riella, and he's basically taking you through this mansion. He says, well, if I can recall and such. Okay. He basically says something about, you seem pretty courageous to enter this realm of horrors. But let's see how long you can keep that. He will ask some questions before entering. And once he gives the okay signal, it pretty much goes in. Now, it's mainly about with jump scares or what you don't expect. Basically, it's all about the thrill and such, about the fun. And there will be characters in costumes that act like the nightmares. And let's just say they can actually look scary if they wanted to. Oh, yeah, and add injury to insult. They practically put some versions of Knights' twisted forms on display. Yeah, exactly. Uh-huh. And by the time that you all exited, he simply would just say, I'm actually surprised you all managed to make it through without having to faint. Or even fall into the darkness. I had to admit, I'm impressed. Please exit it to your right. Don't squabble now. One at a time. Thank you for coming. We hope to see you again. It's basically like that, honestly. Oh, and also there is in fact a cafeteria. There is in fact a food course there. Basically, it has dream-themed treats and a gift shop. Because come on, you can't have enough good gift shops. I guess you can say this was meant. I guess you can say this was more of the ideals of this, well, theme park. But yeah, you could pretty much tell that I really wanted to talk about this, and I'm sorry if it wasn't as long as the Pokemon one, but I just felt the need to share it with you guys. So, if you guys have any ideas to add to this specific theme park, feel free to pretty much post them in the comments below. Because I am curious. If you know any specific themes to these specific attractions and such, just let me know. I am curious. And, well, I guess you can say I just like the idea of dark rides actually being a little more thrilling based. And of course, you get your traditionals, usual rides. Ones that actually are thrilling, those are pretty easy to ride. There are family rides. There are show plays. And no, I'm not adding in Star Wars because Sonic never really had much of a Star Wars encounter. Yes, there are homages slightly to it or references, but they aren't fully Star Wars. You aren't seeing Sonic basically having a lightsaber or something. I've seen that, and well, it is nice looking. It's super slow. I'm sorry, but that ride is just slow. I mean, yes, interacting with Nighttopians would be fine. Hey. I guess for with Rise Star, he could also be like a meet and greet, and also have his own little attraction. It would just be at Carnival Games. I don't know why. Oh, Sonic Galaxy's Edge. I guess that's a Star Wars reference. I mean, I know. It's just, you know. I mean, that's what the gardening area is for, anyways. I guess when it comes to other, well, shall we say, other Sega IPs, I know there'll definitely be some other themes and such. But as of right now, this is all I've got thus far. And again, if you guys have something to bring up in the comments, feel free to give your ideas about what you think would also be interesting to add to this little amusement park. I mean, that could be as like a fiesta thing. It could be just like, it'd be similar to like Ulala's like a little stage play with some added of the dancing and such. That makes sense. I mean, the idea just sounds pretty interesting. Oh, well, for holidays, yeah, they would have themes and such. It'd be just like what goes on with Disney and such. They will rebrand them to fit the holiday and such. Yeah, you probably get your biggest ones like Halloween and Christmas. Heck, you can even have it like a summer theme or something. I guess for like a water park, it actually could be based around Echo the Dolphin. Yeah, I'm not even kidding. And there'll be an animatronic submerged in water that's basically Echo the Dolphin. I mean, I guess it really depends. All I know is that there will definitely be Sega themed about that. All I know is that from what it seems like, I'm really expecting that the characters will basically be in character and not how certain fans assume them to be. And also, you know, from certain games and comics. I'm not going to get into that. I promise you that. If there are any other themes and such, feel free to let me know. A game store, like what do you mean? Like an arcade? I mean, Yeah, there will be something like that. I mean, Disney has them. I think they still do. It would definitely be fitting. I mean, you can't basically have a Sega theme without arcades and such. I mean, there will also be like special guest appearances from time to time, and it really will depend on the contract and such. I just really, really wanted to pretty much bring this idea and let me know how you guys thought about these. If I may ask, how are you guys thinking of this thus far, especially with the ideas? I mean, this would make sense for the park to have that if you're going to stay there for a little while. It would make sense. Why wouldn't it? Pretty much doing this alone and such and getting the ideas, I do want to share. Now, I'm actually surprised this took less time compared to the Pokemon one. I guess because there were so many ideas and such and so many probably because that was an RPG and this is more talking about an amusement park idea. Now, this is basically a what if, okay? And what if they basically decide to do something like that? And then it isn't just Sonic theme. You can understand why I basically didn't want to talk about just it being about Sonic, because Sonic is basically just that. That's what people honestly are and say. That's what people that know Sega. That's basically what they know it as, and not really much of the other IPs, which I find rather sad. Yes, there are others that basically get involved that are basically also known, but what about the others? Like others that basically people would honestly wouldn't mind seeing or be curious about. Hence why. Oh, and I have a feeling. Oh gosh, why did I just recalled something. You know how basically Disney had a go kart and such. Well, why do I feel like that go kart thing would actually be something pretty fitting for Alex Kidd? Yeah, it'd be just a go kart thing. Nothing, nothing too. It's just as it's basically simple as that. Well, as I would basically ask, are there other things you guys would have liked to see too? If this was an actual thing. Well, I do have this other one that's basically a FNAF style, except it's also kind of gave me an impression about the book series. And that may be for another time. I did talk about the Sega theme park and such, and what that would contain. What? I mean, yeah, I guess that could work, but it depends on which Sega characters would actually participate. They would have to be fitting too, because it can't be just everyone. There'll be those who have those types of skills that would make sense. I mean, Knights of Reality can't run. They mostly just fly, and that really shouldn't count. And no robots can participate unless you're basically Eggman and you're basically not going to play fairly by the rules. These are literally just the ideas. You know, I'm basically going to put these down for the next type of ideas that you guys would probably want to hear about. Just give me a moment, okay, people? Okay, people, these are basically the votes. Just vote in the comments of what you basically would like to, well, hear me talk about in the next stream. I'm so sorry, S2K. I am sorry. You basically kind of missed out. I'm sorry. But you can join in on the voting of which of these topics you want me to go over for next stream. I'll basically let you guys do the voting on that. Just put the name down in the comments and let me know of which one you want me to talk about for next stream. This is literally voting, guys. Okay, we got one. Okay, the FNAF one. Oh, Silent Dreams and Persona. Oh gosh, we're gonna need a tiebreaker. Everyone is picking at least one of these. And okay, a night's party. And my ideas of my own sense of world and creations. Okay. Okay, guys. This isn't helping. Like, I know you're all curious about these, but can you at least pick out at least? Could you at least be specific of which one? Like, this needs to be voted, and this isn't helping. Oh. Oh boy, oh boy. I really didn't think I pretty much get everyone to have voted at least one of each. This doesn't really seem that fair, at least to me. It's like, this isn't helping. This isn't helping. Boys. What a turntable. What a turntable. I mean, I wasn't merely asking of which one you guys would want to hear about for next stream. Oof. Well, me. Okay, that's another point for Silent Dreams. Well, I guess I could talk about horror since I love talking about horror and such. Yeah, you wouldn't be surprised that I actually like talking about certain dark themes. And don't worry, people. I don't intend on screwing it up when it comes to talking about these sort of things, especially when it's talking about Silent Hill. Okay, seems like I have a choice here. So next stream we'll be talking about Silent Dreams. But for now, I hope you guys found this interesting, and I am sorry about me poorly explaining certain themes with certain parts of the park and such. But well, guess I'll pretty much say is I look forward to seeing you all for the next stream next time. For now, I'll see you all later. Have a good day, everyone. Ciao, ciao, and goodbye.